Hi everyone, I'm Catherine and welcome to Draft Knowledge Productions' lesson on how to design a logo. This is part one of a two-series lesson on logo design, and hopefully by the end of today's lesson you'll have a good understanding of concept development for your logo, and hopefully you'll have a couple sketches that you can then take into digital form. A logo can come in two main types. The first type is a word mark, which is a type of a logo which uses text as the primary part of the logo. For example, the American Apparel logo, Jeep logo, many others. A second type is called an iconic or a symbolic logo, which uses a pictorial or graphic element as the primary part of the logo. The third type uses a combination of both. The purpose of a logo is to create a recognizable or memorable image in the mind of the observer as to who or what your organization or individual is about. So what is your identity? Ideally, the observer would come to associate the logo image with some emotion or values that the company represents or that they're trying to represent. This is important. The logo does not need to describe the entire organization, and it doesn't need to tell everything what they do about or what they sell. It only needs to convey an idea about the organization or its values in an abstract way. So something like unconscious association. A logo is important for a lot of reasons. It can help in creating a identity for a business, or if you want to improve your resume, your website, etc., your business cards. The reason why a logo is so important is because in a world where there's so many products and there's so many businesses, a logo can really help you stand out, and it can help give you a place in the mind of other people. Now that we've talked about what a logo is, let's see if we can get into brainstorming how we could start the logo design process. Since the logo represents your goals or your organization's goals and values, the first thing that you're going to need to do is make sure that you have values and goals and a mission statement, if you're a business. And this needs to be something that's clear in your mind. Your organization can't be everything to everyone, and neither can your logo. So you'll need to selectively decide who are you targeting as customers, or what kind of image do you want to convey, who will you attract and who will likely you not attract. So this is not as hard as it sounds. Sometimes it's just as easy as choosing to focus on price over convenience, or tradition over modernity, etc., etc., etc. For this lesson, I'm going to design a logo for an imaginary restaurant called Sesame Mediterranean Grill, which is an upscale Mediterranean restaurant which values giving their customers quality traditional foods in an authentic Mediterranean atmosphere. So what are the values that I want my logo to convey? It's simple. I just said it. Quality, traditional Mediterranean food. So the next step, now that we have our values straight and our concept straight, we need to figure out how we're going to describe this in a 2D form. So here I usually start by looking at an encyclopedia or thesaurus or some kind of online source related to the name of the restaurant or foods that they serve. So if I'm the restaurant owner, obviously I should know what the key ingredients are. But I'm going to do a little research here just to get more ideas and to expand upon it. So what you're going to need to do is make a list of words, and if you have pictures, that would be great. That's going to help you out later in the next step. So on my list, I put words related to Mediterranean food, like olives, olive oil, chickpeas, garlic, tomatoes, sesame seeds, seafood. You also should include words related to atmosphere or values, such as family, togetherness, romantic, or the sea. The next step, I'm a little bit divided as to whether it's helpful or not. So I'm gonna tell you my opinion, and I'll let you decide as to whether or not you think it would help you out. And that would be to research other restaurants like yours and see what kind of logos they have. This could be very helpful in order to make sure, number one, you don't repeat what another restaurant has done, because after all, you do want to differentiate yourself, right? You want to stand out. Secondly, it could give you more ideas that you did not think about, or can tell you what you like, what you don't like, what's working. However, the downside is that once you see a whole bunch of logos related to your category, it can definitely limit your perception as to what is possible. And you may not think of ideas which you otherwise, you might have. So I welcome your insight into that as to whether you think it's helpful or not. The next step is going to be to start sketching out your logo design to see what works and what you like. And at this point, there's no right or wrong. You're still not locked into anything. You're just trying to push out a lot of ideas that you can refer back to later on. So take a list of all your visual atmospheric elements and try to imagine what they look like pictorially. If you're not really experienced in drawing, I would say don't worry. I mean, everyone can draw. It's a skill that needs to be developed, and we all get better with practice. So just go for it. So say if I was to sketch out an olive oil bottle, what would it look like? How would I represent it? How would I start? I would say it's definitely okay and a great idea to look at your photographs. So to see what does it look like from different angles, where can I intersect, how does it look with the letters, scale, how big are you going to make it? Experiment by writing the restaurant name many different times in shortened version, full version, in different styles, block, all caps, etc., 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 to see what you like. Okay, well that's all for our first video on how to design a logo. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm anxious to see what logo designs you guys are going to come up with. Stay tuned for the second video where we're going to look at how to construct your logo in Illustrator or another digital form. Okay, thanks for watching.